For today's lesson, we are going to review how to solve system of equations by substitution. System of equations is when we have two equations that we need to find the solution for x and y that works for both of them. And substitution is one method that we can use to do this. For substitution, we need to set one of our equations either equal to x or to y. To determine which equation we should set equal to x or y, we want to find the equation that has the coefficient of 1 either in front of their x or y. So if you look at our two equations, 6x minus y equals 11 and 5x minus 4y equals 6, you will notice that in the first equation that the y has a negative 1 in front of it. So this is the equation that we should set equal to y. So to do that, I need to move my 6x to the right. We learned in a previous lesson that anytime we move something over that equal sign, it becomes now its opposite sign. So now we have negative 1y equals negative 6x, because originally it was a positive, plus 11. Our final step is to get rid of that negative 1 because we cannot have any negatives in front of our variable. So to do that, I'm going to divide everything by negative 1. I now have the equation y equals 6x minus 11. We're going to use this equation along with our second equation to solve for x. So to do that, I'm going to replace what is my y with this 6x minus 11, because we're saying that y is 6x minus 11. It'd be the same as saying y is 8. So instead of writing 4y, I'm going to do 4 parentheses 6x minus 11 equals 6. And now I need to solve for x. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute my 4. And I get 5x minus 24x plus 44 equals 6. Then I'm going to combine like terms. When I combine like terms, I end up with negative 19x plus 44 equals 6. From here, I'm now going to try to isolate my x. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this 44 by subtracting it from both sides. On the left, I'm left with negative 19x, and on the right, I'm left with negative 38. The final step is obviously to get x by itself, and to get x 100% by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 19. When I do that, I'm left with x equals 2. Now that I found what x is equal to, I need to figure out what y is equal to. So I'm going to go back to my equation that I've set equal to y and plug in 2 for x. So when I do that, I end up with 6 times 2, because now we're saying x is 2, minus 11. I solve this, and I get 12 minus 11, and I get then y equals 1. So my solution to both of my equations is 2 and 1. 2 for x and y for 1. So what does this solution mean? Well, to really understand what this solution means, we need to go to our graph. So I'm going to open up my graphing calculator, and I'm going to type in both of these equations. 6x minus y equals 11, and 5x minus 4y equals 6. If you see this point here where the two lines cross, that is 2, 1. That's what we found when we used the substitution method. We said that x is 2 and y is 1. This is the solution for both of the equations. This is at what point both of the equations have the exact same value. That is their crossing point. For more information on substitution, please click on any of the links below to watch some other videos.